My name is Jody Williams, and I'm a book artist who lives in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is my exhibition called Small Orders at Foreman Content Gallery in Minneapolis. I chose the title Small Orders because I was going to include this book, Relative Remains, and then all of the boxes that go with the book. We're looking at a box that's called Scorpions, and it's one of a series of 15 boxes that I did. Each of them focus on invertebrates. The subtitle for the whole series is actually My Favorite Invertebrates, because it started with me collecting little things and then drawing them. So the book started out as drawings of the creatures, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them. I knew there were going to be pairs of invertebrates. Once I had all the drawings done, then I did the book, because that would kind of give me information on what I wanted to put in the boxes. There are 15 page spreads, each of them dealing with one of the invertebrate pairs that I focus on. They're sort of like homages to all invertebrates, because invertebrates are often overlooked, even though most of the species in the world don't have backbones. The book has an additional element of writing, and I tried to get the writing not to be scientific, but to take the pieces more into the realm of poetic writing. One of the 15 boxes is actually a favorite of mine and a favorite of many visitors to the gallery, and it's called Beetles. Each of the box contains 2 drawings, and the drawings are pairs of related invertebrates. One of them is very, very old, and the other is still alive today. The compositions are all like solutions to a problem. Given these elements and this size box, how can I make different compositions that look balanced but yet aren't symmetrical and boring? I sometimes feel like the rules and limitations and formulas I set up on myself actually help create solutions, and they're freeing or liberating in a way that you might not think rules or formulas would be. I've been collecting little things since I was little. So I had a little jewelry box that I could keep little things in. Small natural objects probably goes back to visiting my grandparents in Florida and going to the beach and collecting little shells. I will admit that the book is small. The scale comes from a reaction to going to art school in the 70s and 80s with mostly male macho teachers insisting that big is the best, and I rebelled in a way. Working on a small scale makes it more difficult. If it's a 1/16 of an inch off, that's essentially a mile. I think there's also something about having to slow down and be very careful that helps my own process of thinking about things and thinking about the inherent meanings of the little things that I'm dealing with. If I'm going slow and being careful, then I'm able to really observe the things closely. The entire series of boxes includes All of the research that I've been doing about the invertebrates, but also all of the thinking about what it means to be oh so very old and what it means to be a creature that has lived and survived that long versus what it means to be a creature that's relatively young like ourselves and probably isn't going to last very long, certainly not as long as the horseshoe crabs and probably not even as long as the trilobites.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.